My topic for today is all about workplace communication documents. So first we have a business letter. Writing business letter by Jesus Perry L. Caudilla. So yung business letter is a formal written communication between two or from businesses and usually sent through post office or sometimes by courier. It is jokingly called snail mail. In contrast, email which is faster. So, yung business letter is formal written na sinusulat ng mga businesswomen. Sinisend nila ito sa mga businesses. So, example na lang is ito. Example ito ng business letter. I will discuss the parts of the business letter. So, first, who writes business letter? So, sino nga ba yung mga nagsusulat ng business letter? So, letters are written from a person or group called sender to a person or group called incipient. So, yung taong nagsisend ng business letter is tinatawag natin na incipient. So, business to business, business to consumer, job applicant to company, citizen, government official, employer to employee, staff member to staff member. So, ito yung mga taong nagsusulat ng business letter. Yung business na may business, binibigyan nila yung letter sa may business din. Sa katulad nilang businesswomen. So, why write business letter? So, bakit nga ba sinusulat yung business letter? So, first, to persuade, to inform, to request, to express appreciation, to remind, to apologize. So, to persuade. Example na lang is, yung isang business is, pinapersuade nila yung isang business na makipag-collaborate sa business nila. And to inform nila may mangyayaring event sa business nila. To request, or mag-request sila sa isang company. To express appreciation. To remind them na mayroong gaganapin na press conference, other meetings or event. Siyempre, to apologize. Kung sakaling mayroon mang hindi pagkakaintindihan sa isang business, they give apologize to one's businesses. So, to congratulate, to reject a proposal or offer, to introduce a person or policy, to invite or welcome, to follow up, to formalize decisions. So, we have a parts of business letter. So, first, letterhead or return address. It should be readable, informative, and attractive, but not too attention-occupying. So, nakalagay dito sa letterhead is address, telephone number, email address, or website. So, optional elements na lang is kapag nilalagay pa nila yung mga organizations logo, the accusatives names and title, a list of officials or other governing body. So, yung letterhead is nakalagay siya sa may part ng taas. Ay, example lang ito. The Olyo Academy of Science. Nakalagay dito yung address, telephone number, yan. Nakalagay dyan sa may letterhead or return address. So, pangalawa is dateline. So, naman dito sa dateline is nakalagay dito yung address. Dateline is nakalagay dito yung date kung kailan sinulat yung letter. So, sometimes ang forms niya is American or British. So, sa may September 24, 2018, American, or sometimes ginagamit nila yung British na mauna yung date, month, and year. 24 September 2018. So, example na lang is ito, dateline. Sa baba siya ng sender's name. So, pangatlo is confidential or personal notation. The same notation should be put on the envelope, written between the dateline and the inside address. So, hindi, yung confidential or personal notation naman is either hindi na siya nilalagay. Nakalagay dito sa may baba ng sender's address. So, pang-apat is inside address. So, ito ng inside address naman is nakalagay dito yung address ng receiver. So, example lang is ito, inside address. So, example, Attorney Enrico F. Cuenca, General Manager, Golden Opportunity Incorporation, RCBC Plaza, Ayala Avenue, Gilpuyat Avenue, Makati City, Metro Manila, Philippines 1,200. So, ito yung example ng inside address na address ng magre-receive. So number 5 is attention line. This is used when you don't know the name of the person you are writing to. This line can also be printed before the address of the company. So example ng attention line is kapag hindi mo alam yung pangalan or name ng pagsisendan mo is either ilagay mo na lang is attorney, the general manager. Kapag yung position mo na lang yung ilalagay mo. Hindi mo siya lalagyan ng Mr. or Mrs. kasi nga it's either baka magkamali. So number 6 is subject lines. Provides a further reference. Ito naman, example na lang is yung subject, new policy on office uniform. So sa subject lines, nilalagay ito para alam na agad yung purpose ng letter. So it should be, hindi siya masyadong marami. One line lang siya or 2 words. So example na lang is subject, final audit report of Tranidon ay corporation. So yan, malalaman mo agad yung purpose ng letter, which is salutation. So it should be written below the address and with a space of 1 or 2 lines before the body of the letter. So it is followed by comma. So after ng salutation is merong comma. Example na lang is dear sir, may sa taas is may comma and then colon. Dear gentlemen, dear madam, and dear Mr. Cuenca. So yung purpose ng salutation is to greet the receiver. Example is salutation. This dear Jim. So number 8, part of the letter is the body of the letter. So contains necessary information you want to communicate. So clear, informative, and accurate as possible. So yung bodiless letter is nakalagay dito yung gusto mong sabihin sa receiver. So it's either informative siya or kailangan is sakto lang yung haba. So example na lang is yung body. We understand that XYZ Corporation can provide tools for 10 less than other competitors and that the focus on service after the sale is amongst the best in the industry. So ito yung samples ng body of the letter. Nakalagay dito yung gustong sabihin or ng sender. So style. So kapag nagsusulat tayo ng business letter is formal written kasi yung business letter. So kailangan nating iwasan yung slang words, jargon, buzzword, and elitist language. So ginagamit natin dito is active voice and active verbs. So sa style is specific lang siya and accurate. Use the word you in the opening sentence but avoid too many you in the letter. So sa opening sentence kailangan daw natin ng you, paggamit ng you, and then kailangan na iwasan yung maraming you sa letter. I should be used when you are speaking about yourself. We should be used when speaking on behalf of your company or a group of associates. So sa first paragraph is nakalagay dito yung first paragraph of formal letter should include an introduction to the purpose of the letter. It's common to first thank someone or be introduce yourself. So sa first paragraph, it's either i-introduce natin yung sarili natin and then nagti-thank you tayo. And nakalagay dito yung purpose of the letter. Dear Mr. Cuenca, thank you very much for writing us. It is always a pleasure to be of service to our customer. So yan, sa first paragraph, nagti-thank you siya kay Mr. Cuenca. So second and following paragraph should provide main information of the letter and build on the main purpose in the introductory first paragraph. So second paragraph naman, nakalagay dito yung main information or gustong sabihin sa letter. Nakalagay dito yung purpose ng letter natin. Example na lang is, please be informed that you must proceed to our Meralco Business Center and submit your proof of ownership. So yung example ng sa my second paragraph. And then final paragraph is should shortly summarize the intent of the formal letter and end with some call to action. So nakalagay sa final paragraph is nakalagay dito yung hotline na kailangang tawagan. Kung may mga tanong yung receiver, isend na lang sa email or kontakin nila yung mga hotline na nilalagay sa may pinakababa ng letter. So number 9, complementary clause. So dito sa complementary clause, nakalagay dito yung yours faithfully, faithfully yours, yours sincerely, sincerely yours. So less formal naman is yung best wishes and best regards. So yung less formal is ginagamit siya sa letter ng birthday, ganyan. Pero yung ginagamit natin kasi nga yung business letter is formal written. Yung yours faithfully yung mas ginagamit, and faithfully yours, yours sincerely, and sincerely yours. So signature block. Signature block consists of your type name, your handwritten signature, and your position in the organization. So, nakalagay dyan is sa signature block, nakalagay yung handwritten signature and then yung signature ng sender. So example na lang is to signature block. So enclosure, small enclosure, folded flyers, business card are placed inside the folds of the to safeguard against overlooking them. Include an enclosure line in your letter. When your enclosures are bulkier, use an appropriate size Manila. So kapag mas malaki yung nilalagay kailangan natin gamit ng mas malaking Manila envelope. So example na enclosure is nilalagay is birth certificate. Nilalagay natin yung birth certificate sa may envelope. Enclosure may include leaflets, prospectuses, CVs. They can be mentioned at the bottom of the letter after enclosure. So example ng enclosure is TOR photocopy or less contract 5 copies. So either mailalagay pang mga documents, yun yung nilalagay sa may enclosure. So copies line CC is written when aside from the identified recipient, other people must be given the same copy of the letter. Put carbon copies and list other people receiving the copies of the letter. So yung use ng copies line, carbon copies are kung may iba pang magre-receive ng letter, nilalagay dito yung buong pangalan ng magre-receive. So example na lang dito is kay Larry Dominic or Patricia Lindgren. So sila yung magre-receive ng letter kung wala yung magre-receive. So postscript, a brief message as appended to the end of a letter. So yung postscript naman nakalagay siya sa dulo ng letter kung meron pang gustong sabihin ng sender. Example is 20% discount awaits early registrants. So example na lang dito is to postscript, sorry to reach you so late on a Friday. Feel free to respond on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. So ito yung brief message na gustong sabihin ng sender. So however, there are only 7 basic parts of a business letter. So first, heading or return address, date, inside address, salutation, body, complementary clause, signature block. So ito yung karaniwan na nilalagay lang ng mga nagsusulat ng business letter. Yung 7 basic parts of business letter. So ito yung pinaka-importante na dapat nilalagay sa business letter. Or either gusto pa nilang dagdagan, nilalagyan nila ito ng confidential or personal, and then CC na parts ng business letter. So that's all my report. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot for me.